Today I'm using my filter fan, the Yoke Fellow, the burr. I'm using a pretty thick one as compared to these thinner ones that I normally would use for engraving like smaller things. The main reason why is because they actually want it to be this size, and they want it on the other side of the logo. So instead of having it with the Rare Beauty logo, they want it here. And these are just like test locations that I did. And yeah, so because it's like kind of bigger and they want to use it as place cards, I am using the bigger burr for this. And in trying it out, this plastic was actually pretty easy to engrave. It's good quality, so that's also really nice. So let's begin. You guys, that was probably one of the most challenging jobs that I have ever done in my entire life. Plastic is just not my favorite to engrave, so this one is actually a pretty good one. And there's the Rare Beauty sign. Plastic is just my least favorite material to engrave on planet Earth. Like, it's messy, it's not predictable, like not all plastics are made the same. So you can't really like use the same setting on every single plastic material you come across. And that's probably the most frustrating part, because essentially what happens is if you push too hard or if you use too fast of a speed, it melts the plastic and kind of creates this like furry kind of outline. And because it has like a matte finish on it, you can't, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you can't use like rub and buff or like an easy fill on the plastic. If it was like a smooth material, then it would be possible, because we did it for like Dolce & Gabbana. But because of that, there was some really like just messy looking ones that I am not proud of. So because of that, there are a couple of redos. So somehow I used up every single one of my extras. So these are all blanks that I messed up. I don't know if you can see that here, but this whole section is just wasn't perfect. So like if you compare this one, like Caden's is just a little bit furry and the edges are not clean. And Victoria has, like, I finally figured out the settings and it got clean. So I had to redo a bunch of them and ended up using all of the extras. And now I need like 4 or 5 more in order to finish off the order, just because I am very, I don't want to say OCD, but I am very particular about what I put out. And I just was not proud of what I was producing. And it's hard because the event is in 3 days and we're doing this like shipping thing. So there's like a little bit of a delay with getting products in. It was a little bit more of a frustrating experience than I would have liked, especially as like my last project before maternity leave. Even tracing the name onto the product was really challenging because the marker was like bleeding. And so I used the Marview Cheetah Deco color in extra fine, and the ink just like grabs onto the furry part and any engraved part really nicely, but it also is like super permanent. So like if you mess up on it, you pretty much have to start over. And that's what happened with, let me see, this one. I tried erasing it with like my wet ones and it was not working. So that's another mess up. And I'm just a little frustrated with like myself and how horribly I did with these. But yeah, but that being said, I am very transparent when it comes to these things, and I just want to, you know, communicate that to my client. I ended up like having her phone number in my email, and I texted her a couple photos and she agreed. So she's gonna send me some extra ones. It's not the ideal situation. I would have loved to have given her like one completed order without having to request for separate items and all this other stuff, but like I would rather have a little bit of a delay in getting these products back over to them in time for the influencer event than to send them subpar products that I'm not super proud of. And they are going to be using these as place cards for the event. So I just want to make sure that what I am giving them is perfect. I think I'll be okay with where things are at now. So I think I'm just gonna finish these. These are the done ones that passed my test. So I'm gonna have this set on the side, and hopefully things come in tomorrow and we'll be okay. This is gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be the best end of, you know, it's the best last week before maternity leave ever. I could show you guys like the perfect behind the scenes kind of thing and pretend like everything is dandy and perfect and easy, but being a calligrapher it has its own challenges. So I don't want you to think it's like easy by any means. So yeah, the goal here is to be as transparent with you guys as possible, and that's kind of where we're at. Oh my gosh, okay, so if you were watching that video just now and was thinking, wow, this girl is putting a lot of pressure on herself for no reason because it actually looks good, yeah, I definitely would have to agree with you. In thinking back to that moment, I really think that because it was one of the last studio projects and it was such a big client that I wanted, that I just love, like I just love Rare Beauty, I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to like make sure it was perfect and make sure that it was like the quality that I know it can be. And I think because of that, I was a lot harsher on myself and really just more critical about my work that I was producing because I know I could have done better. But in hindsight, I actually showed it to my husband and I delivered it to my clients. I actually hand delivered it to them because they were fairly close by, and they actually really loved the product that I gave them. And I think that just goes to show that you are your number one worst critic and that you hold yourself to a higher standard than the layman does. And it was still good work, don't get me wrong. It was just like a little bit more furry and deeper than I would have liked, but no one else could tell. And it still looks really, really nice. Like my husband, who is not a calligrapher and has been around calligraphy for, I don't know, 6 years now, he was like, this looks amazing. Like, why are you being so critical on yourself? And I think part of that too is like the hormones that happen throughout pregnancy. And it was just really hard for me to give myself grace in that. And especially because I wanted to kind of go out with a bang, you know, for maternity leave. Yeah, I think learning lessons there is that number one, give yourself grace because you are probably doing better than you think you are. Number two, don't let the hormones impact your decision making or how you are treating yourself, especially with like some of these negative words. Sometimes it might affect like the baby. Like if I wouldn't say that to like a friend, would I say that to myself? So just kind of reminding myself of that. And really just taking a walk also would have been really helpful in just recentering myself and relaxing my hands, not putting as much pressure on it, because with pregnancy, like because of all the relaxed hormones, like the relaxin hormones that's going on in your body, you do actually get carpal tunnel and like wrist pain and things. That's very, very common in pregnancy. And I think that was also kind of happening. And that was why I was putting more pressure on the plastic and causing it to kind of get furry. Keeping all three of those things in mind, I think I could have allowed myself just to really enjoy the last project. And then, you know, the Rare Beauty clients, like they loved it. They sent me a photo. All the clients loved it. It was a hit. So, you know, just knowing that your clients are going to love it no matter what you do. And obviously keep yourself to that high standard, but also give yourself some grace, because like for me, I want things to be like absolutely 200% perfect. And sometimes it's not like that. And sometimes what you think is wrong is not exactly what's happening in real life. So you might be imagining that yourself. And they really just enjoyed working with me so much. They ended up giving me like extra mascaras, 2 blushes, and like a lip tint as like a gift. So it was like the perfect way to really just start maternity leave with a bang, actually. Like they loved it. They sent us amazing products to enjoy. I'm probably not going to be wearing makeup after today until the birth or something. So it'll just be nice to like kind of have. Definitely want to gift it for people who go to the mastermind this year. So I'm really excited to just share the wealth and really just enjoy the rest of the pregnancy while on maternity leave and not have to like worry about, you know, other calligraphy projects and things like that. So yeah, tying up the loose ends, really excited to take these next like 4 weeks off to like hopefully just enjoy being just the two of us for now, and then gearing up for the crazy love and chaos that is coming when baby Ramirez arrives. So yeah, excited for that. This is the final bump. So excited for this cutie to arrive. I think from there, we're just gonna sign off. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it, even though the past clips did not reflect that. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe, comment, and let me know what was like the most helpful for you in this video and if it was helpful. And then from there, you know, follow me on Instagram because I'll still be around, but I might not be doing YouTube videos as often with like the baby coming. I'm gonna try to do as many as I can, obviously, with like vlogs and things, but obviously I also want to be present in the moment and really get to know our new family and get into a good groove of things and stuff like that. I probably won't do like a birthing video or anything like that because that's not really within my content, and I don't know if I'm comfortable showing all that pain, but of course we'll relate it back to calligraphy business because I'm a calligraphy biz bestie. But yeah, and with that, thanks guys and happy engraving, everyone.